So something about Israel and Palestine, but we're not going to talk about that because we're tired of that nonsense. I swear to God, if I have to turn into one more Timcast thing where I'm like, okay, cool, we're talking about like Donald Trump and the court case, and now we're on Israel. Son of a bitch.
I am so burned out on those two subjects. And like both, I mean, the Trump shit gets brought up in class every day because it's active legal news. I'm just like, anything but that.
Well, there's also the Google versus Epic fight going on.
That's been going on for years at this point.
Yeah, but the legal fight, it's moving on, moving forward.
I didn't see. The thing is, all I hear is Trump and Israel. I don't hear anything about anything important. I don't hear about anything I care about.
Nothing we care about. That's okay. So
I'm too old to be drafted at this point.
I'm just
either I lose weight in the next 2 years and I go to the sandbox, or I don't.
You're too old to get drafted at this point.
Well, they're. I haven't ruled out going JAG, even though everyone tells me not to.
See, I would suggest against that overall.
Everyone tells me not to, and it's like, yeah, we're screwed.
The biggest problem with JAG is that you have to deal with not only the everything JAG does is a political statement.
Everything's bullshit. So
that's the first thing I'm going to say on that. As someone who has had their name put on several different investigations, I'm sitting there going, there's like 3 with my name as like main witness. I'm going, I've been talked to about one of these. I haven't even heard about these 2.
Oops.
I was there. No one talked to me. Okay. I'm sitting there. I'm like, you guys pulled this from my report to the captain, but that was kind of it. No one talked to me in detail. But there we are.
The thing is, like, there was a family tradition of military that broke with my dad because he was 4F.
Mm-hmm.
And while I don't have a big thing about going back into the government because I feel like I've worked in government service for a bunch of years, the military part of that is like, I feel like I've done too, but I want to set a precedent for my kids.
Silver has been in every major military conflict since this country. So if one of us is joining the military, something's about to go down.
Yeah.
And right now, one of us just got out and one of us is looking to get in. I'm like, please don't. Please don't. And I'm like, where are you going? Marines. Oh, please don't. Not the Marines. Not there. Go Air Force. Like,
not the crayon eaters.
I don't. That means we have to fight every single Thanksgiving.
Not just every Thanksgiving. Well, yeah, every Thanksgiving, because that's when the Army Navy game is.
Mm-hmm. Every Thanksgiving. Go Coast Guard.
That's the one thing, like, why the 2 sides of the family don't talk to each other on Thanksgiving. The Army Navy game and Ireland.
We're all in agreement on Ireland, so that's fine.
No, we're not.
Everyone in my family.
Let the Northern Irish do whatever the fuck they want. They want to be Britain, goddammit.
I'm just, if we just push them into the sea, right? And just, it's like, what do you mean from the river to the sea? I mean, we push all of the Northern Irelanders into the sea.
Yeah, from the river to the sea is a statement of political hope, and so is the South shall rise again.
Whoa, hey, whoa! The Irish South will rise again. But hey.
And we said we weren't going to talk about Israel.
Actually, we haven't. I believe we've talked about Ireland, which is our usual talk.
Our usual
talk.
Our usual argument.
Mm-hmm. So, I haven't heard anything from Katsucon yet, but Katsucon also finished their thing like middle of October instead of beginning of October, which they were supposed to do originally.
So they're probably still going through stuff.
Yeah, probably. So I'm not worried about that at this point in time. Yumacon is apparently on fire.
I've heard things about Yumacon, but I've mostly heard things to the VTuber community.
I've heard things about Yumacon, and it's mostly people who staff at other shows I staff at, and they're like, "Don't go. It's not worth it." I'm going, fine. But
why would anyone want to go to Michigan anyway?
I also, there's crack. It's the only thing I know of in Michigan.
I mean, if I wanted abandoned factories, I'm in Akron. I live down the street from one. I live amongst the dying remains of the American auto industry.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. I
don't have to go to my birthplace to see it.
I did just finish up DerpyCon. I will say I tried checking in before my panel. There was no one there to check into, and I kept like trying to drop in and say hi to the person. Never saw them at all weekend.
You never saw programming staff at all?
No, but I know half of the ConOps team, so I just like, hey, like I'm here. Check me in, please. Thank you.
I'm trying to check in. Give me my badge, please. Ribbon, please.
No, like you get your badge because you pay for it prior. I'm gonna like email them like, hey, like I already like it's been a week since the show. I didn't receive instructions on how I'm supposed to get my reimbursement. Like I'm just gonna email them like, hey, like it's been a week. I was kind of hoping I'd get some kind of instructions. I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah.
I just want my money.
It's
not a lot of money.
I've heard this story before. I thought it was fixed.
Well, there were a lot of mistakes over the weekend. I'll say that outright. Friday wasn't that bad. I had a very decent Friday. Besides, forgetting my keys and having to jump over my neighbor's fence to get into my house.
I remember seeing that, like, fuck, I forgot my keys.
And you're like, is there a spare? I'm like, there's a spare key to the back door. I know in my backyard, but I have to.
When I forgot my keys, you're like, where's your spare? And I was like, what spare?
You don't have a spare. That's the funny part. I have a spare. It's just a matter of me like walking into my neighbor's backyard, like, hey, I'm just jumping over my fence.
I don't have a place to just put my fucking spare.
There isn't like a little thing on the top of your door or nothing? No?
Nope. My spare would have to go an hour away.
That's still better than most options.
I locked my car keys in the house as well.
Wow. They can't bring it to you either?
Working a 12-hour shift. I was fucked. I had to pay a locksmith to bring it to my own house. Anyway. And meanwhile, the neighbors just there laughing.
That's fine. That's okay. I've been playing. No, I did DerpyCon. First of all, I had the what was my very first panel? I think my very first panel was the gaming panel. Was that it?
I know at some point, but I think it was Saturday you did Just Say It Already.
Saturday evening was Just Say It Already.
Because I texted you during that and you said I'm doing this. And it was like, oh, the Cinder Ray panel. It's not that I like this panel or anything, Baka.
First of all, everyone loved that panel. I had like one guy who was like, these aren't real relationships. These are for people who are emotionally immature. I'm like, they're teenagers and middle schoolers. Yes, that's how those emotions should be there, buddy.
Yeah, they're not the characters aren't emotionally mature yet.
All right. The only one you can really complain about with that would be the recovery from MMO junkie, and that's a problem of constant not dismissal, constant rejection,
which syndrome. Can also set you back emotionally.
Mm-hmm. And then Usagi-chan is just two people who one guy pulled himself very, very in, the other girl got very, very out. That's how they dealt with high school. They're fresh out of high school. What do you want? What do you want? Emotional maturity takes time and effort. It's not, hey, I passed this. I should be at this point now. That's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
No.
And it's not, you don't always go forward in it.
Mm-hmm.
But because we've all been emotionally immature, we can relate.
And we all enjoy watching it, which is why I'm like, this is great. Now, so I know that was that night. Anime History X was Friday night. That one, not as many people there, but like the people in my audience was making a lot more noise and like enjoying themselves a lot more than the people in the other rooms.
Neat.
Which I'm not sure if the people in the rooms were just like just silently staring at something while the other person talks.
Silently staring at the hentai on the screen.
Whatever. They're just, well, we are laughing and making jokes and interacting with each other in the other room, which is really where I want to be. And then I had Brain does something. No, I started the night with Cryptids. Cryptids was my very first one. Because I walked in going, okay, do I need to do anything for this? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use the same old one. I'm just going to add in Hoppy and Sasquatch, and that's all I really need. Because Bigfoot started in New Jersey, then he went west and north.
Which makes sense. It goes west and north.
Mm-hmm. So that's how that rolls. And Hoppy is another thing. And people are like, aren't there more cryptids? Go in New Jersey? Not really. No, we have a ton of ghost stories though, like a ton of ghost stories in New Jersey.
A lot of ghost stories.
Oh, absolute fuck ton of ghosts. And people who were listening to the thing, they're like, hey, you were talking about how vampires in at one point became like zombies in the very beginning. You go, what happened with that? So the Arabic countries made ghouls out of that. And with the trading between Europe and the Arab nations and in Africa during the slave trade portion, a lot of that culture brought over to France, and then from France went over to Louisiana through ended up with Creole zombies. People just like, wow. I go, yeah, like I know a lot about this stuff.
Yeah,
because I'm doing zombies for the next iteration. So it's like, here we go. So there you are. Anyway, so like people really like that. The DMing panel Saturday morning. First of all, surprised at the number of people who were there. Second of all, very responsive.
The what panel?
The DMing panel.
DMing panel.
Yeah, the DM tips one. I had a much more responsive panel. I was, people there. They were enjoying themselves. They were asking questions, which is really what I want. That's how I want that panel to run.
To roll.
I want it to be very interactive. I want people to talk with me.
When you run a DMing panel and you get silence the entire time,
it's like, well,
I suck.
And it's like,
suck. And so it's like you could be killing it, but sometimes you just get silence, and you're like, well, what did I do wrong? Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. And then my last panel was Bots and Babes. That was a Sunday morning, right before checkout. So like 3 people showed up. Oof. They all asked questions. They all like participated. But it's like, I know why there's no one here. I understand.
You understand. Sometimes the last panel of the day gets great participation.
I find the last panel of it has to be like 2 p.m. ish, like around there.
Yeah.
Like that is because those are your diehard people.
Yeah.
And like they want to get that last couple minutes in.
Yeah, they don't want it to end.
Mm-hmm. I spent a good portion of my week hanging out with another video game con crew as they were running the retro con or the retro console portion of the video game room. So I hung out with them and just listened to their stuff. I watched someone mod out an Xbox to play more games.
OG Xbox or 360 or an Xbox One?
OG Xbox.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And did that. Watched that. I did some writing, for book 4, 5, whatever. I don't know where I am right now on that. I'm still editing down book 1 at this point. I'm just like, just keep editing it down. Just keep editing it down.
Keep editing it down. And then eventually we like, okay, time to edit down 2 based on what I've done on 1. Maybe add things, delete other places.
Book 2 is perfect. I'm not touching it. It's
oh, okay.
I say that now, but I know perfectly well. As soon as book 1 is published, I'm gonna read over book 2 again and go, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm a worthless writer. I'm gonna rewrite all of this.
Somebody else knows the pain of the writing process. Creative writing.
Anyway, so DerpyCon staff was, generally speaking, good people, nice people. Had no major issues with them. I just barely ever saw them, like at all. There were checkpoints for badge checks for the panel rooms, the main room, the artist alley, and the video game room. They had a tabletop game room, but I never saw anyone in there with tabletop games. So I'm like, okay, where are your
But like a lot of people don't go do tabletops at cons anymore, which is,
you say that, but I'll be honest with you, tabletop gaming is where I would normally spend a good portion of my time at con if I have to be there all day and I'm commuting, because it's a quieter place, and I can at least turn off my brain and make some friends, which is nice, which is all I really need. Whereas console gaming, I'm going to sit there and play the OG NES Ninja Turtle game for 7 hours, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
I'm not going to enjoy it. I mean, I have killed time in console games and not enjoyed myself.
I'm like, this fucking game, I will defeat you.
I have almost gotten into a fist fight in the arcade before.
So Friday.
Apparently I was cheap as shit in one of the Gundam arcade games.
So
like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm button mashing, but whatever I'm doing, it's good because I'm winning.
Whatever I'm doing, it's working. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
If you have a problem with it, get good and beat this noob.
If you have a problem with it, be better than me. I've never played before. Anyway, so that was a thing. I did spend like a couple hours playing pinball day 1, because they had 3 pinball games. I'm like, the first one hates me. The second one, I don't understand how to get any of the bonuses, so I don't get it. And the third one was like Deadpool, and I'm like, this one at least I get. I keep getting multi balls. I'm having fun. I'm getting points. This one I understand. The other two, I'm like, how do pinball work? How go up slide? Is that an up slide or a down slide? I don't understand.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Pretty much. But yeah, so that was a thing. I will. So Friday, everything was fine for DerpyCon. Like I had, besides the panelist thing, and I'm like, it happens. It's whatever. Saturday morning, everything went to shit. Everything went to shit.
Was that the day you forgot your
no, that was
Friday.
That was Friday. Yes.
I know you were having emotional issues on Saturday, but that's probably not this.
Well, I was having emotional issues Friday night into Saturday, and Saturday it just got worse. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Personal stuff is personal. That's okay though, because I also had a good meal with Bob. I tried to explain to Bob I like trains and the performance I did. He's like, I don't really understand. I go, Bob, you don't understand. I will never be able to. This is lightning. I will never be able to do it again. It's not going to happen. There were too many factors here. Well, and he's like, no, there will be other panels that will do a train theme. No, I don't think you understand what I'm saying to you.
It was the right amount of fucking chaos.
It's the right amount of me holding my tongue all day, followed by me feeling disappointed by my previous panel showing, followed by I'm just like, that's not what I wanted. This is not what I want. Okay, all right. And just taking all that rage, and my grandfather taught me, it's okay to be angry. Use it.
Use it productively.
Use it productively. And there it is. And I think the final straw was Tom skipping over that damn slide.
With that joke.
I'm like, you mother... And there went all of Martin Luther. Whoosh.
Oh.
Anyway, so that was a thing. The so Saturday, apparently, the hotel Wi-Fi went out, and
oh boy,
DerpyCon does not have their own personal hotspot in case of oopsie.
Oops! Oh no.
Also, I heard that the morning registration staff didn't wake up.
Oh no. Oh no. This is not good.
So I'm just like, wow, everything that could have gone wrong
went to shit.
All happened on Saturday. Okay. All right. Okay then. I'll deal. And then we had that was a thing. And then we had brain. But yeah, but like overall, DerpyCon's biggest issue was that and like crowd control, essentially.
So organization was their issue.
They're running into the same issue that I'm finding every single con is running into. They need staff. And they need people who can do the job and will do the job.
That's a lot of... Yeah, I think your theory that you've had is COVID caused a lot of these cons to lose staff. People discover that they can go do other things.
Cons, I find, are a lot like any addiction. Once you haven't done it for long enough, you don't have to go back.
Yeah.
And for a lot of these people, this was like their major way of interacting with other people. And it tired them out, but they were, quote unquote, enjoying themselves and that they put in the work. But now they don't have to.
Sorry, I keep seeing my hats all cockeyed and it's annoying the piss out of me. It's like, why the fuck is it all cockeyed?
It's fine. It's all right. I've decided I'm not cutting up my hair till February. I'm just gonna see how long I can get it.
How long can you get your hair?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. I will hate you forever if you do that cosplay. I will hate you forever.
I'm gonna have business cards. I'm gonna have business cards, and they are gonna have 6-digit numbers on them.
With a sad panda.
Panda's gonna see me and just go, "What the fuck?" And I go, "Hi,
hi.
What are you doing?" I am being the reason why I am currently like, you must moderate my posts. I was very sad that they unmoderated me on both, and then like the following day, back moderated. Like, you motherfuckers!
You motherfuckers!
How dare you? And immediately I post something that's gotten more traction than anything that they post for November. I'm just like, I'm like, listen,
you're making it a challenge.
I'm like, listen, motherfucker, you will allow my post through because they are fire. They are fire. So yeah, so that's DerpyCon's current issue. As my con season is over, I decided to spend the day relaxing, and it has been the best weekend ever. Best weekend ever. Outside of, having to let Sony Music Entertainment of Japan that I'm willing to take this to court. You want to copyright strike me for a Slipknot song that you don't own? Let's go, bitch. Let's go.
You don't know.
Let's go. I will. Let's go. Let us go. I am more than willing to go for it.
Whoever created the mashup has a fair use argument. You don't, but
yeah, you have no.
They don't have it. You have to own it in order to sue.
I know they do. Fucking try me, bitch. Like you don't own this. Try me. Anyway, let's go into the news.
Yep.
What are we starting with here?
Japan news.
Is this tech? Is this entertainment? What am I looking at here?
It's sad news.
I mean, with entertainment. Oh, the Starbucks thing.
The Starbucks at Shibuya. I can fucking speak. Shibuya Crossing closed. You know the one.
I know the one. My only problem is, even I didn't go there because there were other better options for coffee.
Yeah, there's not like the article says no one wants to meet at the Hachiko statue because people take pictures. Like I never met at the Starbucks. I always met at the Hachiko statue.
Yeah. And
it's a nice day. It's a good place to people watch.
One and even when it's not a nice day, it's a very easy to see place where everyone can meet each other at.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than the Starbucks in Shibuya. Well, most people know it's that Starbucks, but if they're not culturally aware, there's 50 million Starbucks in Shibuya.
There you are. You know that's
the coffee shop in Shibuya. That's every fucking corner in Shibuya, in every train station. And Shibuya Station's a labyrinth. Mm-hmm. No, you want to meet at the Hachiko station. You want to meet at the Hachiko statue.
It's the best place to meet up, honestly. Straight up. You either want to meet there, or you want to meet up at the music store. That's it.
Yes.
I forget what the heck it's called, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you told me the music store in Shibuya, I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because it's very prominent and it's seen in like multiple animes. And I'm surprised it still exists, but it's there.
It's there. Are you talking about Tower Records? Or
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to meet there? You want to meet there? You want to meet at Tower Records? Or you want to meet at the Hachiko statue?
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing renovation on the building, so they papered over everything that was open to the public.
I would be lost. Anyway.
Not Tower Records, but the Starbucks.
Oh, who cares?
One of my classmates actually tried to attend a class virtually from that Starbucks.
It's impossible.
And we made him turn off his mic. It was just like
there's too much noise.
Too much noise. Like how the fuck can you focus?
All right. So sad news. Don't really care that much, but I would normally blame this on Starbucks' union, but this is really just a matter of no one was really going there.
Well, everyone was going there, but this isn't closing for business. It's the building's getting renovated.
Oh, then I don't care that much then.
So, but for some people, this is sad news. Some of my Starbucks obsessed classmates, I got texted about it.
I will care if the KFC in Osaka gets closed. That's the only thing I'll.
They did. I think they closed it. They closed it this week.
No,
they had to. The Tigers won. They were to throw the Colonel on Sultanborg Canal. I'm not sure if they actually did, but the Tigers were in the series and they won. And my Twitter feed is ruined for the next 3 months. Every anime fan and every baseball fan is going to be like, "Oh, that he broke the curse of the Colonel," and I'm going to be like, "This is like when the Cubs. This is like when the Cubs won or the Bo Sox won the series. Except I can't escape to anime."
Yes, you can. There's you have the Plex server up now. There's plenty of anime to.
I can't escape to anime Twitter. I can't even escape to gun Twitter because I'm in anime gun Twitter.
I'm just saying. Listen.
I go two tweets and it's either the Tigers or Israel. It's like, no, you're ruining Twitter for me.
What if we got some like Daki Makora like sandbags? For the gun range.
For the gun range. I remember lining someone up for shooting up an Oskadaki. I got called a FUD in a Nazi because I was defending Asuka. And then they saw that I also lit them up for shooting a Raidaki, and then I just got called a FUD.
Listen, I can't walk into Evangelion Twitter right now because they're currently in the middle of the Israel-Palestine argument. I'm like, how? Why? How?
How?
Why? How?
Because I'm in that cross. I understand that because I'm in that intersection of like anime Twitter, gun Twitter, and that's libertarian Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can understand that there's a holy war going on.
I don't care.
That was bad phrasing.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about religion. I wasn't talking about Abrahamic faiths. I was talking about libertarian faiths.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a show.
Yes.
Everyone hates each other. It sucks.
It's a fun thing.
Anyways. So yeah, so moving on to anime news. So Crunchyroll's entire anime library is on Prime Video as an add-on.
So this is now an optional add-on for US, UK, Canada, Sweden, and other places. You can now pay for a Crunchyroll subscription through your Amazon Prime, much like you could for other services like Paramount Plus, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is not cheaper than just having a normal Crunchyroll account. It doesn't do anything to go and just add it on. You're better if you already have a Crunchyroll account. Don't bother. It's the same thing. I will say though, I did have to update my Crunchyroll app after this rolled out.
Oof.
I was just like, why am I updating? I just want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. That's all I want. Although I'm pretty sure Reincarnated as a Slime season 3 started this week. I have to double check myself on that.
Interesting.
Yes. But like majority of the shows I want to watch aren't on Crunchyroll. I've got 1 on Hulu, 3 on High Dive. 1 no one picked up, so I'm getting it from Russia. But outside of Jujutsu Kaisen and Reincarnated as a Slime, there isn't really much more I want to watch. The final episode of Attack on Titan finally happened. And everyone is sharing the final scene, and like people who haven't watched Attack on Titan for like since like season 2 are like screaming and crying. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? How good does it happen? Like you didn't watch the last couple seasons.
You haven't watched it for 5 years, son.
Like you haven't watched like the last couple seasons. Aaron had already like cut ties with everyone. This was over with. I'm sorry. We were done.
I mean, people have been bitching about spoilers for Attack on Titan for 10 years.
I didn't care. Like I knew.
I don't care.
I didn't even know that the final season was up because it was final season like 2 seasons ago.
It was the final. It's like the final season enters its final act all over fucking the Yamamoto line when I was in Japan. It's like, no, it's not. They're gonna keep this going. They're gonna keep this going forever. This is you're making a musical out of this? Yeah, this anime's not ending anytime soon. Normies are asking me if I've seen Attack on Titans. No, this is a culture phenomenon. They're gonna keep this going. They have a ride at Universal.
Yeah, unfortunately, they finally killed it. So it's done.
Thank God.
Finally, it's over. And then watch. It'll be like one more episode. Aaron rises from the grave like Jesus, like you motherfucker, son of a goddamn.
Of course they're going to, because you can't let it you can't let it end.
The point of all this being.
Wait a minute. That's why Evangelion took 20 years to do its movie series.
What?
So they could keep selling it. Like, oh, you son of a bitch, Anna. You did that so you could stretch it out without having to do all this. This is the final episode this is the final movie part 5.
This is the final season part 1, final season part 2, final season part 3. You can't keep calling it the final season when you keep adding seasons.
Yeah.
It's not how that works.
It's not how this works. I mean, Hollywood did it with like, oh, this is movies. This is Harry Potter 7 part 2. No,
you know what's
seventh book is a big fucking hook, but it didn't need 2 movies.
It did not need.
You only cut it, especially with all the shit you cut out. You didn't need 2 movies.
Yeah. See, the thing I find very funny is I just finished watching the entire series of Bones. At least I think I did. I think I did. It ended with the Jeffersonian explosion nonsense thing, and I swear to God there was another season after that, but I'm just like I can't find it. So I guess I was high and I thought it up on my own.
You run a lot of fanfic.
I was on a lot of drugs during that time frame. It would make sense. Like I'm looking at it going, I swear there was another season. I'm going, but this is also around the same time that I was in Europe, and I don't remember a lot of Europe or why I know words.
So, anyways, speaking of Amazon, Amazon subsidiary is dumping Switch.
So before anyone freaks out or cries or screams, the Twitch app
on Twitch sucked.
Yeah. Okay. It had no chat function. You could only watch streams that you were already subscribed to. You couldn't subscribe on the app. You couldn't you couldn't chat to things. You couldn't super chat. You couldn't do any of those things.
Because Nintendo wanted their cut.
So like you couldn't do anything with it besides just watch people play games. And I don't know why Twitch even went on the Switch if they weren't allowed to do any of these things.
Oh, you can watch all your stuff on the Switch. But no, you can't.
But that's not the point of watching streamers. The point of watching streamers is to interact with them.
It's interaction.
All right. And the only time it's not part of that is if I'm watching like some FPS World Series like top game tournament team.
That's what they want. That's what they thought. It's like Twitch was going to be like, oh, this way you can watch all this esports stuff.
Except that never took off.
Esports didn't take off in the US.
First of all, it was never going to. Okay, I don't know why everyone kept thinking it was going to.
There was a moment in time where some of it kind of did, but it was COVID, and now it was COVID, and as soon as COVID ended, it was going to end.
Yeah.
Like
there was an artificial inflation, and I kept explaining this to people. Like I'm like it's kind of like when everyone was like, oh yeah, we're all gonna come back and we'll all be there for the convention. I'm going, no, I'm pretty sure like 90% of people aren't going to show up, or aren't going to even are going to tell you last minute, by the way, I'm not coming.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a lot of esports shit during COVID.
I didn't. I read a lot during COVID. I went outside. I hiked a lot. I
also went and hiked some, but
I watched a lot on how to make your own water filtration system and like creating fires with that in the woods, and like I'm sitting there like getting like how to survive in case the world ends. I'm like, okay, all right, yep, all right, okay, cool.
Remembering all your Sarah training.
Little bit. I also learned how to make charcoal and then use that charcoal for water filtration.
I say I know how to do that, but I've never actually done it. I need to practice it, but I don't have a place to practice it.
Well, again, and then I started learning a lot on how to make wine and beer.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, because we were talking about starting a beer. We're starting beer or cider or stuff.
Yeah, like cider and beer and stuff, but it just production cost versus production creation was just too high. Like it's fine if I want to do like small batches for like friends, but if I try selling, it would be too much.
Especially since then you got to get ATF and the FDA involved.
ATF, FDA, there's also distributor licenses depending upon what state I'm in. Blah, blah, blah.
All that jazz.
Which is why I went, and we're not doing this. We are not doing this. If I make cider, it will be for cons where we have a cider. You may have some. Do not pay me any money for it. This is, enjoy our specially made cider. I call it Johnny Apple.
Anyway. I would still run that by a lawyer.
Johnny Apple?
No. Serving homebrew. I would
giving it to friends and
if it's at a company event, I would still. That's and you, if it's for even if it's for friends, if it's a company event, you're the company. That's
I can't do anything fun anymore. All right, you know what we need to do.
This is not legal advice. I would talk to a lawyer about that.
We should move this to San Juan. San Juan doesn't have these problems. I'm just saying
they have other issues in San Juan, like getting the clean water in order to do it.
No, because a bunch of Bitcoin millionaires are already moved in there, so it's fine. It's all cleaned up. I'm ready to go. Luke from We Are Chain says it's beautiful and we should all move there. And I trust Luke.
Anywho,
you can buy machine guns.
Anyways, so
next article.
So Sony has acquired another company. They acquired an AI company, iSize, to help with deep learning expertise in video processing.
See, what's funny is iSize is mostly known for trying to make streaming games and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do with this. The idea of streaming games is terrible. Google already tried this and they failed.
So Microsoft's trying to do this, but Microsoft has an advantage that it's linked into Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And Game Pass, you have the option of either streaming it or playing a local copy.
PlayStation also has that same thing with PlayStation Plus. They originally had PlayStation Stream, and that did not take off.
That sucked because
it didn't work.
You probably see me clipping because my internet connection sucks.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, I had to turn off certain apps because my internet connection sucks.
Yeah, downloading the Necloparum, nude mods become a problem after a while. The additional jiggle physics and the coconut giant dick mod. What?
Can you even buy Necropower?
Can't you mean you haven't tried?
It's a 2D visual novel. Where are you gonna get the fucking art? I mean,
where would I get art?
It's probably easy to. It's a visual novel. It's not that hard code wise, but you gotta get art.
The art is easy. It's called DeviantArt. It's all right there. Pixiv is a thing. Patreon is your best friend. Let's just go on X or Twix. Just go on Twix and look up lewd Necopara artist. You will get 50.
You get the fucking at that point. You get the entire fucking internet.
Yes. You'll probably find one of my old art fucking usernames. Where no one knew I wasn't actually a 27-year-old Asian girl making that money.
Anyways, so but they say this is for AI, but knowing iSize, you say that they're trying to do streaming services.
Probably, because that is what iSize is known for. If they're grabbing a company that's known for that to try and get AI, I don't believe them.
And Sony already has AI expertise.
Yeah.
They just integrated their AI into Gran Turismo. It's actually just showing that how they can make it dumber and they can make it smarter and have smart instances and dumb instances run side by side.
Yeah, and they're also
to make interesting races.
Yep, and they also use it with an AI text to speech function for voiceover things.
The thing that has me worried is they're also using it to moderate speech on different games. But Microsoft's going to do that as well.
That's not going to work. And do you know why? Because have you been to a Call of Duty lobby?
Well, Call of Duty is not going to be Sony's problem too much longer. Thanks, Microsoft.
I forgot Activision buying. What's funny about that is a bunch of Activision games that were on the PlayStation Pass like
immediately
disappeared. I'm just like, I was playing that.
Why is this gone? Because it's on Game Pass now.
I'm like, I was playing that, and I went to go and see what was up. It's like, it's on sale for $5. Fuck it, I'll buy it for $5. Sony's just giving it away at this point.
Anywho, speaking of tech companies, X has started selling off old Twitter handles for $50,000 a pop.
Upwards of 50,000, so it can go as high as
upwards of $50,000 a pop.
Mm-hmm. Now this is for a lot of like people's handles that haven't been used for years. No one's touched it. They've reached out to the owners. No one's responded, or they got this email doesn't exist anymore response. So this isn't like, hey, we're selling people's handles because we hate them. It's literally no.
For years,
you haven't used it. It's been sitting around here, and I want it, so it's mine now. I mean, that's how the .com bubble was for a good long while. So
pretty much, and it's a way to like, okay, this is just sitting here. This makes sure that by selling it, it makes sure people with bot farms don't get it,
and it also makes it so that people who do get it can use it for other purposes, like maybe they want it for company purposes, maybe they want it because it's their ideal internet handle, someone else grabbed it prior, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It makes sure it adds value to the system,
and
it's just not bots, because that's one of the things that Musk is on a vendetta against.
Bots and the woke. Those are the two things he has a vendetta on. Oh, did you see SpaceX and something else just became completely in the black?
SpaceX and Twitter, or not Twitter?
Not Twitter. Something else.
Tesla?
No. His AI company.
XAI.
I think he's calling it Grok. But yeah.
Okay, Grok.
But like those two things went from in the red to in the black this year. So
eventually SpaceX is going to go into the black because they have commodified launching things into space.
Yes,
it is amazing how normal it is to put things in orbit now with a SpaceX rocket. Meanwhile, the entire weight of the European Union can't figure out what SpaceX has done. The Ariane rocket, the next gen Ariane rocket's falling on its ass. Japan's government agency can't figure it out. The next gen rocket from JAXA is falling on its ass. ULA probably could figure a lot of it out, but they're waiting on engines from Blue Origin, and Blue Origin can't build a fucking engine.
You know what that is?
Jeff Bezos' company can't build an engine for whatever reason.
I can answer all these problems. The one thing that's holding everyone else back, that's not holding Elon Musk back, is one thing and one thing only: bureaucracy. All right. The biggest problem that SpaceX has seen this year is the fact the U.S. government was angry that they wouldn't hire illegal aliens. Which only made me go.
They weren't hiring illegal aliens because they would lose contracts.
Well, first of all, I sat there and I said, "Wait a minute, isn't that an IDAR issue? Isn't that
like an IDAR issue?"
I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know why this shouldn't be done because I've had this talking already too. I've had this talk done.
It's an ITAR issue. It's just an ITAR issue people don't talk about because it doesn't fit into the worldview. But
I heard that
it's a national security issue. It's a national security issue, and Musk just said it out loud. And so the Department of Labor said, "Oh, you can't do that. That's against labor law." And it's like, no, that's an ITAR issue.
Like, listen. If you have an issue with this, you might want to talk to the entirety of the national security.
You might want to talk. Yeah, you might want to talk to DoD. And you might want to realize that a launch vehicle, something that launches things into space, can launch those things into space so they come back down.
Oh, I remember now. It was the internet company. What the hell is that called?
Starlink?
Yes, Starlink is now.
That's just a division of. Starlink is just a division of SpaceX.
Is it? Because it's listed as two different things in.
It might be a subsidiary.
Because it's listed because I'm not saying I follow all that Musk does, but I do check out rich people's IRS forms and I check
It's owned by SpaceX.
Yep. Okay. So
I don't know the corporate structure. It might be a separate company that's a wholly owned subsidiary, but it's owned by SpaceX.
Well, there we are. And I'm pretty sure that by being owned by SpaceX allows them to put satellites into orbit easier.
That's why. Yeah, that's part of the business plan for SpaceX is put a bunch of CubeSats up really cheaply. And sell internet service, and that's how they're going to fund how they fund the blue sky research to get to Mars.
Which is all I want. I just want the chance for my kids to go to Mars and start a war with the Earth. All right, just like it was written in Gundam. I'm sorry, Philippines, you gotta go. Dropping a colony on Australia.
Like Gundam, like Legend of Galactic Heroes.
I'm just saying, every fucking time.
Like StarCraft, if you take out the Zerg and the Protoss.
Yep, exactly.
Like the entirety of the Brood War, if you take out Zerg and Protoss, is the Terran Imperium versus Earth.
Exactly. Anyway. Next thing.
Last thing. Speaking of a company formerly owned by Musk, PayPal CEO, company's focus is not clear.
So the PayPal
This is what you said to me, and it's just like, yeah, PayPal was all over the place. What else?
Yeah,
they're a financial company.
Well, no, their issue is that they're trying to be something more than a financial company without adding more financial benefits to things, which is funny because 4 or 5 years ago, before COVID, they were trying to focus on maybe making it easier to have like a store up online that would be directly attached to PayPal, and you wouldn't have to do anything besides just sign into your PayPal account. But they threw all that away.
Yeah, they threw that away because they wanted to be woke.
Because it was because the developers were too white and the people they brought in couldn't do it. Fun. Which was funny because most of the developers were Indian. So There we are. So now he's saying how he's going to try and get PayPal to focus and to deal more with trying to understand the hurdles of being a financial institution and stuff like that. I'm going, hey buddy, you're not a financial institution.
You're a tech company.
You are a tech company. You handle money because you were first in, best dressed at the time, and since then you have taken a lot of crack cocaine and have fucked the secretary on the copy machine. Now we've all seen a fucking photograph picture of your dick, and we all need you to stop. What we need you to do is one thing and one thing only: put your pants on, go back to your cubicle, make us money. Something. Make us money. Make us money.
They have they've cut jobs. They're doing tech company things. They're researching AI.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a tech company pretending to be a financial company,
which is an issue.
That's part of the reason why their focus isn't clear. Is we're a tech company, they're a financial company. We're going to offer a credit card. We're a tech company. We're going to research AI.
You are a tech company. If you're looking for a purpose to do something, I would make a shop of some kind and get people to go on that marketplace. That's what I would do.
Otherwise, if they're trying to be a financial company, why are they still dealing with MasterCard's bullshit?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You have the heft that you don't have to deal with MasterCard's bullshit.
And if MasterCard does something stupid, what you do is you find all the people in that whatever person MasterCard doesn't like email chain. You send an email to all of them, letting them know that MasterCard's demanding this, and you give them contact information for MasterCard. Now, I'm not saying MasterCard's going to be really pissed off at you after that, but also, fuck you.
I'm not going to say that's going to put you on the match list as well.
I'm just saying, fuck you. Like, just go up to them and go, hey, you know what? Fuck you. I got big brass balls too, baby. Let's go.
So that's the last article.
Woo. Right on time.
Yep.
All right. So con season's over. It's looking like it's going to be a quiet couple of months for me personally.
It might be quiet 6 months for me. I don't know what I'm doing.
6 months. Wow.
I'm not doing Katsucon. I'm not doing ZentaiCon.
You're not doing the Ohio one?
I don't know what I'm doing next summer. I have signed up to both present and staff at ZipCon, but that's a day, and I get volunteer hours for school, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's not okay.
I'll be doing con shit, but I'll be doing con shit that I get school credit for. So does it really count as con stuff?
I don't know at that point. Like, honestly, I am looking at adding another con to my summer schedule because of the New Jersey 21 plus anime con. I want to get a vending spot for that. I want a vendor spot for that. Not just presenting. I want to vend. Send
me stuff in regards to that.
I will want, like, I was talking to the people in charge of it, because they're the same people for DerpyCon, and they were like, "Do you want to staff?" I'm like, No. I will vend. I will present. Like, I am kind of done with adding cons I will staff at. If I'm still staffing for you, I'm locked in. But the year I don't do it because of whatever stupid ass reason that is outside of, like, the entire country shut down, good luck getting me back. So I have so many other fucking plates I'm spinning. I don't need to add more.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, because I'm like, do I want to go overseas this summer?
Summer or winter?
Summer. I might have an opportunity to study in Ireland this summer.
Don't go to summer Ireland. It's terrible.
That's when the school does it.
Ugh.
And I'd rather go to Northern Europe than Southeast Asia in the summer.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking about it.
I can deal with 95 in human. I cannot deal with 105 in human.
I can deal with either. It depends on where the beach is.
I can deal with the Gulf Stream.
Like
I
I
can deal
will.
with the Gulf Stream because I can deal with the Gulf. I cannot deal with Pacific Jungle.
What if you went to Brazil for the summer? Because then it would be cold down there because it's their winter.
Depends on the part of Brazil, because that's the
First of all, you are too white to be
equator.
Anywhere but the nice parts of Brazil.
That's the equator, buddy. There is no winter.
It's Florida.
No, you haven't seen me after about 2 months of having my you haven't seen me after 2 months of having my shirt off in the sun. You can still tell that there's a lot of white in there, but I get awfully fucking brown when I'm not under fluorescent lights.
Me, I've been just trying to get as much vitamin D as possible before the great winter comes. It's like, yeah, this is life. This is where it is. But I will say I'm going to, because I finally have everything together. I'm going to pay off Neil in 2 weeks, and then
good timing because he's about to go back to Japan.
I know it's great timing for him. 1, 2, I'm going to pay off any models I owe money to. And 3, I'm going to get the coffee designs up. I've decided outwardly, I'm just going to have like a cool looking design for the different types of coffee instead of having like a fancy logo thing. So like each and every bag will have its own designed waifu, if you will.
Instead of just having one waifu, that's the.
Mm-hmm. It's just easier this way. And for like the I don't know what I'm gonna do for a logo. I'm probably gonna do something with cleavage. It's either gonna be something with cleavage or like something with like a teacup. I don't know.
I'd probably go with a teacup.
But cleavage. but cleavage. Anyway,
I was about to say something about leaving things to the imagination, but I've learned my lesson from Masses. Sometimes you just gotta give the people what they want.
Sometimes, listen. I knew exactly how much to give them because I have been doing this long enough, and it's just like this is the exact amount.
It's still your fault. I was like trying to have you get it to look over.
I was not. I told you outright, like I cannot look over anything at this point in time. I am completely full.
I was like, you bitch about other people not giving you giving you complete product. I give you a complete product to look over. All you had to spend is 10 minutes and tell me to fix it.
I gave you everything. Okay, well, here's everything. Use all of this. So those were my words.
Well, there was shit that was missing.
Was there?
Yes, there was shit that was missing. I had to go find shit on my own. That was part of the problem.
Oh no, that's because we added people afterwards.
Because we decided, we don't have enough people.
That's right. I remember now. And but now we've got the timing on that, so that works out fine. I am so annoyed with Fate Go.
How many sabers do you have now?
No, it's not about it's. I have so you know there's the gold cards are 4 and 5 star.
How many 5-star sabers do you have now?
I have 3 5-star sabers, but
How many 4-star sabers do you have now?
5.
And what did you need?
I need a goddamn. So the banner is a ruler. I just wanted the ruler.
So you just need a ruler.
I just wanted a ruler because I don't have a ruler. I have an alter ego and a foreigner and MASH. And I wanted a ruler, so I had a ruler. I'd also love a moon cancer and whatever the fuck
What are the rulers?
Jeanne d'Arc.
Well, yeah, Jeanne d'Arc.
Hiriko, Holmes, something else.
Wait, Sherlock Holmes is a ruler?
Yep.
I haven't played for years. So. Obviously, there's going to be an Arturia ruler.
I haven't seen one yet.
That's weird because there's an Arturia for every class, even Assassin. Well, Mysterious Hero and X, but Arturia for every class.
There's no Arturia Foreigner.
For all 7 classes.
But Ruler is one of the special classes. There's 6 of the main classes.
There's 7.
Oh wait, Berserker. 7 main classes.
There's 7 classes. I'm not. Then again, I'm not aware of a Berserker or Arturia. No, I am.
Morgan.
She counts.
Morgan, yeah. She's a saber face. She counts.
And is in the Pendragon family. That counts.
Mm-hmm.
Mordred and Morgan count.
I'm so angry. So angry. I have Mordred and I have Saber Lily. And I'm just like, if I just
You know what? Speaking of Saber Lily, you know what I want? I want a Saber Lily anime.
No, you don't.
I want a Saber Lily anime.
No, you don't.
But it has to have traditional Saber in it.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So, yeah. So with DerpyCon for next year, I'm going to hopefully get myself a room next year because the commute, while not terrible, exhausting. I was so exhausted by the time I got home. I just passed out.
That's why I'm not doing KatsuCon because I'm not playing the room game.
The room game's already been played, man. You're not in.
I refuse to play the room game at National Harbor, and I am tired of fucking commuting.
Yep, I don't blame you on that one. Then we've got good old Otakon. Woo woo. I should probably start looking at things like Bob was asking me if I'm doing Zenkai. I'm like, I'm not doing Zenkai. He goes, oh, like, oh, why? I go, honestly, I have a bunch of other cons I'm planning for, and I just need to save the money in between. That's all it. Like, what I would like to do is try and hit up every single Colossal Con.
That's a plan because I enjoy those cons.
Those I like. Those I enjoy. Those I never have any issue with. I would love to do Colossal Con North, but it's so far.
So far.
1 and 2, it's in fucking Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin in November.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's been like 50. Like it's been like tolerable the past couple of days. Mm-hmm. But Wednesday there was fucking snow on the ground. You know, here, and Wisconsin's further north.
I
more into winter. No, fuck that. Fuck those cheese heads.
What's actually funny was both day of like Friday and Saturday of DerpyCon. I woke up early because I had like a morning panel, so I had to get on an early morning train. Right. Or well, for Saturday I had to. For Friday I took an Uber over, and I'm like, why is this so very expensive? Like this is $50 more than if I just go to the fucking train station in Newark. This is ridiculous. But I was also like, I don't have time to fucking hope for a express train, so let's just fucking go.
Let's just go.
But so like I woke up, it was 50, and by noon, 1 p.m., 80 degrees. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm wearing a sweatshirt. This is ridiculous. I was not expecting to have to take off the sweatshirt.
Not expecting to strip.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not expecting to do this. 1, 2, I'm already carrying a backpack with a laptop in it. Let us not make my life harder. That was the thing.
Yep.
Oh, so I had that. And then I will say this 110%. I like DerpyCon. It's already outgrown its new space.
Already has outgrown its new space?
Too many people in a small area. And it's because it's a really good area. There's tons of food options. They got a lot of the other businesses involved. So you could go to like nice. A ramen shop and get 10% off your bill.
Oh, nice.
They had like a bunch of other things. Like they know what they're doing, at least for reach out purposes. The problem is that they've already reached capacity, and they don't have enough options for entertainment. Like, I will probably reach out to my boss for Anime Next for the tabletop thing. Go, hey, know how you said you want to do like that traveling tabletop thing? Reach out to DerpyCon. Why? Because they don't have tabletop games.
They need more tabletops.
They need tabletop games. I would like to go and sit down and play chess with someone. I will say it was funny that well, remember how I was talking about bikini chess? Well, the one girl who was playing the game showed up and she was in her Sonico outfit, which is just like her bra and panties.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there talking to me, and like every single guy from AVGC I know is married, and they're just like, "How do you know her?" I go, "We play chess once against each other. She's very nice. She's not able to capitalize on a lot of her moves, but she's smart." And we're just like, no, but I go, what?
How are you able to focus?
How are you able to focus? Well, that's very easy. I stare directly at her tits the entire time, so I don't lose focus. By just being honest about it, I don't have to worry about anything else.
It stops being distracting.
It stops being distracting when you just stare directly at it. It's like the sun.
Eventually, you're able to balance the blood flow
and
operate.
Exactly. That's an ongoing thing. All right. So I am going to, after we shut down here, get back to playing Scarlet Nexus. Actually, what I'm probably going to get back to cleaning my room. I'm adjusting everything behind me. Like I've moved my dresser over, and I found like a ton of crap. I'm cleaning out that fucking corner. And I'm just
so you don't have to put the background up?
Yeah, it'd be nice. Because I did there was a really good artist in CloseCon, Texas, and he was at DerpyCon. I was like, dude, you're here. I want one of your giant ones. He's just like, it's $80. Yeah, here you go. He's $80. Give me. So I just need to like clean up the area. I'm gonna put it up.
Yeah, I need to clean up behind me, but that'll happen after finals.
And
after finals, I'll finally be able to finish moving shit in.
Yeah, see, for me, I started cleaning, and I was like, I've cleaned up a good portion. Let's move the dresser over finally. And it was just that matter. All right. Okay, this has been the Geek-Posium. We will see you guys next week, where we will find out whether or not I'm going to court with Sony Music Entertainment of Japan. It's gonna be funny.
It'd be funny. Would I be a fucking party in that lawsuit since I'm a co-host? That would be awkward. Hey, why are you involved? That would be awkward having to update my bar application. Why are you involved in litigation?
I'm not involved in litigation. I'm not. There's a lawyer here. I'm here as a witness.
No, if I'm a party.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Like, why are you a party in this? Like, because Sony Japan is retarded.
Because Sony Music Entertainment of Japan uses some dumbass who goes, no, this is totally our thing. All right.
Sony Japan Sony thinks they own Slipknot.
And if they want to try for it, I'm all for it. Let's go, bitches. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Slipknot's gonna countersue for a lot of money. They are highly litigious for a heavy metal group.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
Anyhow,
it's the Geek-Posium. We will see you guys next week at our usual time when we are not copyright struck. Peace.